Well, don't be late. That's good. Okay, bye. Have a good class. Yeah.
Hey, Leah.
Hey.
What's up, Julie?
How are you, Colin?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Good day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just come from class?
I did, yeah. And now I'm actually on the way to start my project.
Oh, how's that going?
Yeah, pretty good. Today's the first day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a lot of good, hard work so far, and I'm excited to, like, actually see it happen, you know. And I'm actually starting off with Gerard, you know. Do you remember what happened last year? Yeah.
His friend passed away
last
Easter.
Yeah, right at Easter time, and it was just really tough for him, and he had to go home, fly home and everything. But I think it was, like, a really powerful story of friendship with his friends here and there, and just mercy working through his life.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go talk and see how it goes. Yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
I will. Say a prayer for me.
Bye.
Bye. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Colin?
How you
Good
doing,
to
man?
see
You too.
How have you been?
Good, man. How have you been?
Pretty good. You know.
Yeah? Good semester?
Yeah. Graduation's in a few weeks, which is crazy.
Jeez.
I know.
Man, that's wow. How do you
wild.
feel about that?
Pretty nervous, mixed emotions, but it'll be exciting.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, thanks for doing this. Thanks for sharing your
Oh,
story
yeah,
with
for
us.
sure. Well, thanks for reaching out. I'm excited. Should be good.
Absolutely.
Should be good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know the story, but I understand that last Easter something happened with your friend from home.
Yeah, so last Easter, my friend Greg from home had been diagnosed with cancer, I guess, sophomore year of college, and we were all sophomores.
Okay.
And last Easter, kind of, we got word that the condition was getting worse, and Greg was kind of in a bad way. And so for our friend group, all of us to come home, because, you know, we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
And I got back into town at Holy Thursday night, and the next morning, Good Friday, it turns out, we got to the hospital pretty early to see Greg, and we got in line at the hospital, and we're checking in at the security desk. And I suddenly receive a phone call, and it's my friend Nico from GW. And, you know, he's asking about how Greg's doing. I'm like, I don't really know, you know, it's a pretty stressful situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, he tells me that he's going with a couple other friends to the Newman Center Chapel to pray a rosary, as we speak. He's like rushing over.
Yeah.
And I can't really describe it, but at that moment there was just this warm feeling of comfort. You know, in such like a confusing situation, I didn't really know what was going on, but, you know, I have friends, you know, 1,000 miles away that, you know, are praying for us, which is amazing, you know.
Yeah.
And
so how did that affect the rest of your day there in the hospital?
You know, I hung up the phone, and not 60 seconds later, we get through security, and Greg's girlfriend let us all know that Greg wasn't going to make it through the weekend. And, you know, I don't know how I would have gotten through that news without, you know, the knowledge that there were people, you know, 1,000 miles away who didn't even know Greg, who didn't know most of my friends, really sharing in that suffering with us and praying for us. It was an unbelievable comfort in, you know, just one of the toughest mornings I've ever had.
Yeah. And I imagine your friendships with those people must have grown stronger after that experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, it shows a couple of things. It shows that, you know, in these traumatic situations, those friendships don't go away, but actually do get stronger, and you rely on them more. And secondly, you know, even though they weren't with me physically, you know, we were just connected spiritually and connected through the rosary. And you know, I like to think of it as being connected through the Eucharist, which is a special thing, and it's kind of lends reassurance to, you know, the fact that they'll always be there for me and they'll always be with me.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty special.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I think I'm going to head back to Newman and talk to Father Adam. Got an appointment to see him, but
for sure.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Have a good
See you
one.
later. See you.
Hey, Colin.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah, let's meet in the chapel.
Okay.
So what's going on?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I told you about that project that I'm working on.
Yeah, that's right.
So today we started with Gerard.
Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of was telling me a story about how last Easter time, one of his friends from high school had been diagnosed with cancer, and they had heard that he wasn't doing so well, so he had to go back to St. Louis with all of his high school friends to sort of see him at the hospital. They didn't know what was going to happen. It was a really tough situation. But then he got a call from a friend here saying that he was praying for him, and that a few friends from here were praying a rosary for him. And through those prayers, Gerard was able to feel comfort and peace and be able to sort of handle the situation. And even though his friend did end up passing away, it just sort of made the whole thing a little bit easier for Gerard.
Yeah, I remember when that happened,
Yeah.
and just how difficult. It was a sad time in his life, but just the support that he got from his friends was just the encouragement that he needed. And it's like when, it was like that paralytic man in the gospel, right? Jesus came into town, and all these people were just around this house, and this paralytic man couldn't do anything. And so he had his 4 friends take him up to the roof, right? And they ripped open the roof, and they lowered their friend, this paralytic man, down to Jesus, right? And it was just a beautiful action that Jesus witnessed, and it was through kind of their faith that he saw that offered that incredible miracle. And it just shows the importance of just needing others, right? The support of just needing that encouragement, especially when we're going through a difficult time. It sounds like that's exactly what Gerard experienced as well.
Yeah.
Is that what can seem like a paralyzing moment, seeing the death of his close friend, having other people, his other friends, coming to his aid and offering that support. And so it's just a beautiful parallel.
Yeah, that makes me think of, here at college, we all have friends and friend groups, and sometimes we don't think about if we're really there for them or if we're asking them to be there for us. And it's important to be there for each other and support each other.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad the first interview went very well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the rest of them go well too.
Yeah, keep it up. Let me know how the rest go.
Okay. So today we heard Gerard's story about how his friends were there for him during a really tough time in his life, and how through their prayers he felt God's mercy and was able to take that mercy and give it to the ones who really needed him there in that hospital. For all of you guys watching this video, I challenge you to look at your friendships at college. Do you pray for your friends? Do you ever ask them to pray for you when times get tough? I encourage you to do these things, because it's these little acts of mercy and love in our friendships that can really get us through tough times. I'll see you guys next time to talk about more stories of campus mercy. Hey YouTube, thanks so much for watching. If you would, please give this video a like, and feel free to give us a comment as well. And definitely make sure to click the subscribe button. Thanks so much, and God bless. Subscribe button. So I'll just do it again.
Yeah. And don't say as always.
The subscribe button.